Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's show of Metaverse Live. As always, I'm Mike Lockhart, one of the head honchos here over at Medaverse Studios, and I welcome you to this wonderful evening event. Well, not really an event, just a lonesome guy working on a video game and talking about the trials and tribulations of it, or I think that's the saying for it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, welcome to the show, guys. This is something we do every week here at Medaverse Studios, or at least try to do every week. There's been a couple weeks we haven't done it, but yeah, for the most part, we do this to kind of allow the community to see what goes on behind the scenes over here at Medaverse Studios. And yeah, so let's just get the ball rolling and then just kind of update you guys on what's been happening over here. Last week we were doing some work on our character animations, mainly the another one of the bad guys for this series. If you've been tuning in for the last couple episodes, you would have seen like kind of the evolution of this character and how he's evolved from the initial concept of a very little tiny guy. Actually, let me see if I can bring him up so you guys can see that. Was it here? Yeah, there we go. Here he was. Our little critter guy that we started off with. Really simple, very plain. There wasn't a lot to it. And what happened was we created these characters, and then I realized I made them way too damn small. So the last couple weeks we've been going through and taking these characters that we had designed, these really simple ones that honestly would work great if we were doing like a Final Fantasy style game, NES top-down game where we need small characters. These would have worked great for that, but that's not what we were doing. So we took the character designs and brought them over and updated into some pretty awesome looking characters, I have to say. They did turn out a lot better than I had actually originally thought. So, yeah, what I have up right now is this the one creature we're doing. Wound up developing like tentacles into the character. We did create the attack, well, at least I guess the attack sprites, because it really doesn't do much. There's no real animation. They just kind of shoot out of the ground type thing and do damage to you. So. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we've been working on those last couple weeks. Not much other news. There's been pretty kind of quiet. Trying to think what's going on. This just really hasn't been a lot. I kind of lost all day yesterday because I was at PAX, so I didn't get a chance to do any development. Yeah, yesterday, and usually Saturdays is one of the few days where I actually get to sit down and do a lot of work. So yeah, I went to PAX East. It was a lot of fun. I always get re-energized anytime I come back from one of these conventions, and I get to see all the indie stuff coming out of other teams. It just really gets me revved up, gets me even more motivated to actually work on the stuff. And it's also just great seeing how much the indie community has bloomed over like the last last 10 years. When we first started off Medaverse Studios, yeah, there were some big name indie studios that were popping up, but nowhere near like kind of like the dev team's size and everything. I mean, the people who were creating these games, I mean, there was money invested in them. There wasn't really a lot of. They literally worked out of their garage or worked out of their basement to develop these games. A lot of these studios. Well, I mean, they had legit offices. I mean, there are a few exceptions to the rule. I'll admit that, but I mean, there were a lot of limitations for indie developers back in the day, especially with Nintendo. Nintendo was really notorious for actually having a lot of loopholes you had to jump through in order to get a dev kit, even as an indie studio. When we were starting off Medaverse Studios, and we decided we wanted to do video games for Nintendo. And for WiiWare, which was supposed to be this platform for indie developers, we were required to have an office building. We were required to have insurance. We had to be a licensed company. What else did we have to do? Yeah, office, insurance. I mean, we had to be a legit company. We couldn't just... like they were saying how they were developing it for... so like the little guys running out of garage could develop for WiiWare and everything. Sadly, those things were bullshit from Nintendo at the time, because you literally could not work out of your garage. You had to have an office. You had to be working in an office building in order to get a dev kit. So we actually had to go get an office and pay insurance for it and everything. Medaverse had become an LLC, a little limited liability company. So I mean, we had all this crap we had to go through, which cost us quite a bit of money. And for three guys who were just getting out of college, yeah, not a whole lot of money there. So I know Jesse, one of the key guys there, he invested a lot of money into Medaverse Studios, and sadly, because we did not see a lot of return on that, I mean, he was kind of burnt out for a very extended period of time, about just because he never recouped the loss from that. So yeah, and more you know. So but Nintendo has gotten a lot better over the years. This is one thing that, I mean, really irked us. During like the last half of the Wii's life, Nintendo got rid of things like needing an office, needing insurance. Like, they got rid of these things, and I don't think they do those anymore. And it kind of sucks that we were the guinea pigs back in the day for Nintendo on figuring out how to handle indie devs, because it really burned us. It burned us, but also burnt out us too. I mean, that's why our next game took so long. That's why the game Pengrave, which was going to be our next game, got scrapped, and we went on to Arbotverse instead. And that's one reason why. There's one additional reason why it's taken us so long to kind of get back in the grooves and work on this game. Because, I mean, we literally had to go lick our wounds because of how much damage was done to the company overall, because of how things were handled. It was it was a big blow to us on just how things turned out. But hey, now things are working out great. I mean, we're all re-energized here as a company, and so it's really nice kind of getting back into things. But I mean, this was another reason why we decided to put family first. Family's more important than working till 3 o'clock in the morning on this game. And when it gets done, it gets done. So, I mean, these were things that kind of helped form what Medaverse is today. And, I mean, I wholeheartedly appreciate everything Nintendo did for us back in the day. We had one guy over there. I apologize to him because his name escapes me right now, but he actually vouched for us after we put together a substantial document on what our project was. The project, sadly, this project was never done. But I did mention it in a tweet. Just kind of like I've been doing. Actually, there's something that I actually started doing. I started doing like kind of like throwback Fridays, where I kind of just throw out little tidbits of information about Medaverse on our Twitter feed. 2 weeks ago, I mentioned how before Gravitronics, the game that we actually initially were going to do was a game called Wii Heroes. And this was a very big game for us. And it was the game that got our foot in the door with Nintendo. Because before then, sorry, just checking, make sure no frame rate drops. Before that, I mean, Nintendo was very strict on who they allowed the dev kit to. You had to actually have had previous games released, and even if they were like small PC games on Steam, you had to have something. And we wrote up this I want to say it was like 60-page proposal for a 4-player online not online. It was just a 4-player co-op RPG, which used the Mii's. It was done up so that each player, you use both the Wiimote and the nunchuck. So each player would have those. You would kind of use the nunchuck more or less to cast spells, it was used that to actually do the casting of the spells. And each person controlled a different element, and you had to work together. So I mean, it was strictly you had to play 4 players. But I think we were thinking of trying to figure out ways to get it so you could do like a 2-player mode on it. But nonetheless, I mean, this was a big thing that we wrote up, and they were our contact over there was extremely impressed. He vouched for us, allowing us to purchase a dev kit, and he was there throughout the whole entire process, really helping us out. And he was the one that actually suggested we scale back our what we want to do and create something smaller, to kind of get our feet wet, to understand the development kit. So that's where Gravitronics wound up coming from, and because of that, we and all the limitations we started getting hit with, Gravitronics came out the way it did, just because of all these restrictions and all this weird stuff that kind of just fell onto us over time. I don't even know if I don't think our initial idea with We Heroes was even a WiiWare game. I believe it actually was going to be a full-fledged disc-based game, because there was no way that such a massive game we were designing was going to be able to fit in the small footprint of the WiiWare limitations, let alone maybe even fitting in whatever the maximum capability of the internal storage was on the Wii at the time. So we were planning, this was going to be planned out to be a full-fledged game, and it would have taken a lot longer than what Gravitronics did, and a lot longer. I think had we gone forward with the project, we probably would have gone belly up, just because we couldn't afford anything anymore, and probably Nintendo would have pulled our dev credentials because we no longer had a place to work at and all that stuff. But it was going to be a substantial project, and I'm glad we decided to go the path of Gravitronics and learn how to work with stuff. Just kind of wish that turned out better. But yeah, nonetheless, it was all the development stuff in the past. It's all kind of brought us to what Medaverse is today, and how we take our time developing these games and don't rush stuff out. So, well, that was a lot today. So, sorry, the lighting seemed, I think, still a little bit off. I think it is. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still trying to tweak things. I've rearranged the setup here. So when you see me this direction, that means I am looking at making sure frames aren't being dropped, the connection is still strong, everything's going solid. If you see me looking at this way, this way is me actually looking at the development stuff. Same with this, though I don't tend to use this all that much, but mostly this is where I'm going to be looking. And then this is just me looking at the camera pretty much. So, and looking at Twitter and all the chats going on for the show. So with that, I think we're going to start the music. We're going to start just chilling and figuring out actually what we're going to do tonight. Since we kind of did wrap on our creature last week. I'm going to close this guy down. We probably... Well, we did the attack animation for this guy already. So we did that. I don't see a real reason why we need to do a side profile on him. There's our other guy. He's pretty much done. Yeah, we only have right now. Only this one guy has an actual side profile view, and that was mainly because I kind of screwed that up. What else? I don't know. Maybe we might be working on a new character tonight, possibly. So we might be trying that out. The other options. We still have that bird guy. Never really did much with him. Mainly because he already utilized all three colors, and I don't really think we need to make him much bigger than that. It's pretty much just a little bat creature anyway. Yeah, those things are pretty much the right size. Just going through here, see if there's anything in here. So I don't know. Maybe what we'll work on. I think we're going to work on a new character tonight. Nope, don't save it. The question is what type of character do we need? So we got one. This guy can do kind of range attacks, so we got that kind of covered with him. Try to think. So we have the little bird guy that can kind of do fly down attacks. He'll do close range stabby attacks, and he does shooting attacks. So what's left? Crunch the back end. Figure out where we're going to go from here. Oh boy. Well, let's get some music going, and we'll see. Maybe that'll trigger some inspiration. As always, music's provided by Free Music Wave. They do a lot of cool stuff over on YouTube. Highly recommend checking them out. Where is it? There we go. And Indie Game Guys, thank you for the retweet for tonight's episode. Yeah, I recommend you guys subscribe to the Twitter feed if you guys want to kind of check out little bits of tidbits of stuff coming out about the past on Medaverse Studios. Last week I posted up some images from Pengrave, just a few little pictures. I actually spent one day recreating the logo because the one copy I had for it was this little tiny thing, and I really couldn't use it, so I actually went and recreated it. So I highly recommend just checking it out. It's just few little things. I'm actually trying to hunt down the old hard drive that had all our dev stuff on it, see if I can maybe pull out some of the old stuff. At least maybe kind of give you guys maybe a quick video on the what we had built. I mean, I think it wasn't even a full level. We were just still kind of messing around with normal mapping and some of the cool lighting effects we had access to because we were developing with pretty much no limitations at that point. Well, not really literally no limitations, but compared to what we had done with Gravitronix, it was pretty much no limitations. And I did wind up coming across a video for it's an old alpha build of our robot verse, and I put that up on the YouTube channel, so you guys can check that out if you want. As I find this stuff, I'm going to keep posting up on the official website, up on Twitter as I find it, because it's pretty cool seeing some of this old stuff as I find it. So, yeah. So let us figure out what we are going to do. I'll close some of these things down. Actually, we did have an additional character back in the day. Let's see if I can find it. We actually, yeah, because he wasn't updated yet. So, no, this is just the gray version of that guy, so it's not that. Player 1. Rev 2. Oh, he's not in here. Ah, dang it. It looks like we don't have him on here. I mean, he wasn't really overly different. He was pretty much just kind of a green lizard version of it. So, you know what? I'm going to say no issue with us not having that character. As I said, he wasn't a huge departure. Man, I wish I had my own notebook for our designs. We had created some wonder. Level. Oh, here we go. There's the green guy I was talking about. So we could try bringing him into the game. We have this little creature we can bring into the game. We still got that creature we can bring into this game. I feel like these guys here are probably going to be written out. I don't think I have any reason to keep those guys going, but that guy, I really like this one. This one actually came out really nice. Let's see. Yeah, these things were definitely being decreased in size. Maybe we'll... maybe we'll work on this guy. I mean, it's pretty much we're just changing a couple things on him. But we do need to kind of reinvent him. So let's close this guy down. No. And this is the old version, so let's close you down. Close you down. Close you down. So actually, I think I need to rework this one back into that other flying guy. I think I'm just gonna scrap all together. Okay, so we got him. So yeah, we had to downgrade their size of him. So we need to do the same thing with the other one. Luckily, I mean, the big thing is we just kind of axe the head. Let's... I'll pause that animation since we don't need that anymore. Why is this not letting me delete? Oh, of course, because I have... Okay, let's go over here. Copy that. Bring his head up here. I feel like this is probably going to go pretty quickly. It's pretty much going to be a lot of palette swapping going on. That's about it. We'll figure this back out later. Just know it'll be simple, right? Yeah, it'll be simple. we'll do a different color. Or here's the question, do we want to bother with making modifications to just to a palette swap? That would actually save us quite a bit because we're not changing anything at that point. Oops. Let's put this new yellow in here. One issue I'm seeing right now is I need to make sure this guy's head is going to be lined up fine. Actually, we can do a different color for there. That works. Okay, here's the head. Now this is the area where I feel like we're going to hit the most trouble, so... This guy's head was supposed to be up this high, which really is not going to work. But maybe if we deselect. Maybe having that up there could work. To have this open just so I can grab the colors off of him. What's going on over here? Just making sure no frame drops, everything's running fine. Wow, we're actually not hitting any issues tonight. That is remarkable. Sorry for the banging if you're hearing any of that. It's just my son upstairs playing. Oops, something like that. so we want to do that. Sorry, guys.
I took a break and I'm still tired. I went away, doesn't feel like it. Holding my breath while I kill time. Almost like questioning real life. Cause after you've done it and done it again, the results only showing the same side. You wonder what's happening. Why is it working for others, but I'm only stuck in the struggling? Yeah, where does it start and where does it end?
So there we go.
Who is a friend? What is the purpose I'm working to get? Something that's gone when you're turning your head away. Life's short. How do I know what is right, wrong? Making moves.
See how this looks.
I know what change things, got high hopes. I got lost on the way. I can't go back now. I got lost on the way. I can't go back now. I'm sitting for hours just getting it done.
Okay, so that is looking a lot better. I'll try something else with the gun. I mean, I can't do much difference with the gun, but I can actually modify some colors on it. Because the gun actually is going to be a separate sprite. So.
I've got these people, I'm taking them with me. They gave me a reason to wake up, I needed it. Now that I've got all these people that listening, when I was dealing with feelings that I couldn't put out to the rest of the world, they stuck by my side through the thick of it. Yeah, you know who you are, there's no need to mention them. I've been my worst fear from the moment I woke up to right here. Conversations that gave me the wrong tears. Yeah, I needed to know I belonged here. When I looked around, everything's so clear. What I'm doing is coming to life. I put in the work and I'm sleeping at night. I see how it goes and we're doing it right.
Let's see how it looks like this. And that's the problem with having it using those colors. It does not work.
What I bring to the tables for me and the team. What you see is only 1% going to see. Regardless of your things that you wouldn't believe. I got people that cut me out, they disagree. Like my life is a problem they don't want to see. When it's nothing to do with them, they are believe. Trying to understand.
At least this looks more like it's an actual gun, and it kind of goes with like his color scheme. So there's not a whole lot more I can do with this guy because I'm trying to keep him within a certain thing. But I mean, geez, actually, I mean, I think that works. I mean, that was really quick. I mean, it only took what, like probably like 5-10 minutes just now. Well, we got this guy up and running.
Anytime I made a run for it, I'm ending up in the front of things. I've had enough of some people and what they've been telling me. What am I chasing and what is ahead of me? Haven't been working as hard to be told that I cannot do this. Put in everything, every last energy, fighting myself till I've got it on paper. I read it and throw it away and begin it again.
Save as. Let's not erase this guy. So now we got the two different versions of him. Nice. That was a really quick character done. You know, that's good. When things can go together quickly, that's great. So. Now, what I want to work on is actually doing a new version of this. I know we early on we worked on this guy, and we actually had like not really animations. We had sprites done up for him. Yeah, the only thing was the guy, he had that his head was more backwards, but you know, I don't mind the new look, so I want to work on this. I want to upgrade this guy a bit. I mean, these little guys, I mean, they were fun to make and everything, and it was a good experiment trying to actually develop stuff with using existing parts, which was the big deal with these guys. These were all designed, with the exception of little green faces in the center, were all designed using existing pieces, just with doing palette swap. And they turned out really nice, but I don't think we're going to use them. So let's see. Let's open. Okay. But who knows? Maybe we'll revisit them. I don't know. I'm not thinking I will. Let's duplicate this one. So save as. And then just trash everything. Except for the last one, just because I want something to work as a... Yep, see, this guy is way too big. So he needs to be downgraded anyway, so let's see. And I accidentally used. Oh well, that's not a big deal. So this guy desperately needs to get downgraded, so... Well, that's a first. That actually worked. Oh wait, no it didn't. Ha ha ha. Indiedev Dog, thanks for liking tonight's episode. So okay, so we need to cut out a whole entire row here, which this thing wasn't even created properly. Because if anything, this section. Oh wait, no, it was created properly. Frustrating though. Okay, so one thing that needs to get done definitely is these need to get designed more properly so it can be like split down the middle. Actually, see, that's a problem right here. This is taking up a sprite and a half. Well, I guess it could still work. So I mean, only. Okay. Well, anyway, let's keep working on this. Let's centerize this guy. So. These things were not centered at all. Oh wait, it was centered. What the hell? I screwed that up. Must not have copied it right. Okay, so his problem is he is a whole hell of a lot taller than any of our other characters. Also, is like, I think the flattest of them all right now. He does not have a lot going on with him. I wouldn't mind. First off, I will try to eliminate some of these blacks. Which that does not work at all. Yeah, maybe black is just gonna have to work for this guy. That's a little nicer. Add some extra color in there. I mean, this was designed pretty well to be cut up, but I really feel like we need to shrink them down. I'm going to say right now, there. We got to redesign this bottom part to be different. That does not work. Usually just give me an eraser tool. Nice. So that kind of works. Or chopped off quite a bit there. I don't feel like he needs to be that wide. Yeah, it looks like he's just a big butt.
It's hard on myself, yeah, yeah. Don't like asking for help, yeah, yeah. Maybe it's an excuse, so I don't get closer. I don't get closer to you. Don't know what to do, how to do it. Know that I should leave, but I hate it.
I guess that works a little bit better.
You're not the right one. Hold me like you hold me, and if it's over, let's pretend for one more night, for one more night. If you were falling, will you fall with me? If I was calling, will you answer me? The time was up, but would you wait for me? Would you wait for me?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Would you wait for me? Would you wait for me? Don't know what to do, how to do it. Know that I should leave, but I hate it. Know that you're not the right one. Hold me like you hold me, and if it's over, let's pretend for one more night, for one more night.
Okay, so here's a problem. Now, this was designed initially, I remember when we first created this character, the idea would be this part would swing downwards to kind of cover him up and everything. Problem with that idea, though, is you're talking about a sprite and a half that would have to get chopped. So, the most we can do, we have this piece move.
Would you wait for me?
Which is not what I want. So I'm going to actually chop these guys out completely temporarily. Oops, not the right one. also what I need to do. Actually, no, that is correct. So. Oops. Let's just do this there. And that way, when we do this, oh wait, that's his head still. Okay. Sorry there, guys. Just chatting, talking with my wife for a second. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, cut that. See, that, I don't like that. It looks really bland. I gotta do something kind of cool to this. Okay. Not liking that still. I just want to see how this thing looks, so let's add.
15-year-old me. I'm from 10 years in the future. I'm older, can't you see? I've got wrinkles on my fingers. You'll regret the Hollywood life. It'll be hard to look at someone in the
Okay, so I got that silver spot there I've got to implement.
but you don't have a soul. You'll have paychecks, you'll have back pain, won't have safe sex, but you'll have paper rain. You'll have heartburns, but not the type where you get from eating fools. If you wanna know how I feel about it, try to sell your soul just to get famous. Try to fill your mind, cause it is vacant. Try to fix a heart without it breaking. Try to stay present when my heart is racing. Try to turn my time without it erasing. Try to keep the person from walking away.
No, can't do that one.
Dear 16-year-old me, please come back. Where the hell did you
Okay, that's looking better.
If you hear this, just know that I miss you. You'll never see what I can see. You don't have the issues and responsibilities. You wanted to be me, but I wanted to be you. If you wanna know how I feel about it, try to sell your soul just to get famous. Try to fill your mind, cause it is vacant. Try to fix a heart without it breaking.
I'll go downwards. That's all.
Try to stay present when my heart is racing. Try to turn my time without it erasing. Try to keep a person from walking away.
Problem is, this game's running at 30 frames per second, so I can't really do this anyway. Just curious on how it looks.
Where the hell did you go when I need
We got that done now, so that looks good.
me feel warm? Come and rescue me. Whoa.
What else else we want to do with this thing? Toss this one out for now.
Dear 16-year-old me, please come back. Where the hell did you go? If you hear this, just know that I miss you. Know that I miss you. I miss you.
Could I? Ah, music. Dang it. Knew that was going to happen soon. Just out of curiosity. I use this one. Yeah. Kind of hoping that was gonna look more like a drill, but it doesn't really. Yeah, not really. I don't like it. Okay. I like adding color into these things. Oh, actually, let's. That kind of looks a little cool. Gotta keep them kind of parallel though, because I want to be able to easily mirror them. That way we can have half as much in here. I wanted to keep this like that. Yeah, you know, that kind of works. No, don't want to do that.
Lost in the world, can't see
Try moving some stuff out. Well, I'm just gonna shut those off for now. I might need to have to convert something over here. Trying something. Oh wait, that's already maxed out. Sheesh, never mind. I realized I already did max them out. But just by now, it looks kind of cool. Here is actually, I'm gonna shrink this down. I just keep that the way it is. Oh, nothing I really want to change on that. I like what I'm doing there, but I don't know what else I want to do.
Feel my body aching, I feel like I'm breaking, and I know it all too well. Got another new day, still I'm feeling misplaced. I keep going down, down, down. Too many years going by, caught in an action I can't rewind. Oh,
So let's get this guy's animation down now.
I'm screaming, but out of my mind, I'm still too young to feel this way. Still too young to be running out of energy. Oh, we say we're growing.
what I'm going to do is this. Actually, this is going to be a nice little trick to do. This one, just leave this one on. There. Now we're going to watch the animation here. You got the finished one here. That one's not going to change at all, but this one will change. So this way I can actually look at it and actually try to figure out how I want to do the animation. This one probably not going to move at all. Can't actually get closer at all. Maybe. Can't do that anyway, I just realized. It's cutting into the next one below it, so I've got to make a modification. I don't swear. Huh. I think that actually kind of adds a subtle, like it's spinning. No, I don't like that way though. Save this. I just realized another thing on this one. It's not a side, it's a front view, not a side panel, which totally defeats this thing again. Okay, let's duplicate. Let's pause this. I want to rename these so I don't. Okay, so let's try to figure out how we're going to make a side profile. Yay! Oops. Did not mean to drop something just now. Okay. First things first, let's axe these. Oh. We like the eyeball thing, so let's try to keep that. This is a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be.
I was lost in your diamond eyes. Oh, but then they turned to ice. So I had to learn it all on my own. 'Cause you pushed too far and there's no turning back. You don't wanna see me now. 'Cause we both know it would just mess with your head. I don't wanna bring you down. 'Cause I'm doing so good now.
This is really not going out the way I wanted it. Huh?
You don't wanna see me now. 'Cause we both know it would just mess with your head. I don't wanna bring you down. 'Cause I'm doing so good now.
Boy, this is driving me bonkers. Problem with having such a limited color palette.
You got to keep on moving, don't you know?
That's not what I. That's not for me.
Don't you know? You got to keep on moving, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know?
I guess that could work. Yeah, that does not look good, so get rid of that. Actually, it doesn't really matter we're having a sun, because I gotta put those little hand things on here now. Okay, here's another problem. Okay, I keep trying to make these things bigger than they need to be. Can't even tell it. That's the problem.
It's still me against the world, free speech without reserve. It's still me against the church. There is demons in my words. When I'm dreaming up a verse, I can hear them screaming, meaning that you're leaving in a hearse. What's next for me in life? I ain't asking for advice. I want your money and your jewelry. Ain't asking for it twice. I will burn in paradise, so I'm better off in hell with a whiskey in my hand and a story to tell. I'm the dead man walking, half that zombie. Back up of me, one man army.
That could be pretty cool. It's always this trial and error, trial and error.
You better off just leaving bits. I'm cutting down your family tree. Count your blessings if you ever think you're messing with me. Cause I'm aggressive, psychoactive, most definitely. The top of the food chain is where I happen to be. I'm the dead man walking. Half that zombie. Back up off me. One man army. It's still me against the world. It's still me against the church. There is demons in my words. I can hear them screaming. You better off just leaving me alone. You don't want to wake the monster that is lurking in my bones. Have the nerve to call my phone and I will find out where you live. Brand a bag of C4 and blow your premises to bits.
There we go. I completely forgot that you duplicate the thing. Okay. There, now we can have the attack. Is not working well in that section. I don't like that. I'm not going to do that. That's definitely not going to be an option. In fact, I think I'm going to get rid of that claw altogether. My thing not been changing? Huh. Sorry guys, I just realized.
She's a real bad love for me, only in my phone once a week. Got me losing who I used to be, but I love the way she moves me. Fool me once or twice, couldn't say I care. At night, bedroom dead.
What is up with this?
I love the way she moves me. Back and forth to carry all the way
There
she
we go.
moves me. Now I sit in subtree. Don't make me drop to my knees.
Huh, that was very odd. I don't know why it stopped sending. Oh well. Well, anyway. So for those of you, I don't know at what point that stopped working. So I've been working on trying to get. Well, I really wish I knew at what point did that stop working.
She's a real bad love for me, only in my phone once a week. Got me losing who I used to be, but I love the
Holy cow! I think the video has been frozen on that this whole freaking thing.
way I care. At night, got the bedroom dancing right. Yeah, I love the way
Wow.
she moves me.
I am so sorry, guys.
She's a real bad love for me, only in my phone once a
Okay, well, that sucks.
twice, couldn't say I care. At night, got the bedroom dancing right. Yeah, I love the way she moves me.
See, I don't know why that froze this whole entire freaking time. Oh, well, okay. Well, anyway, so for all that fun. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I'm getting frame drops dropping like crazy all of a sudden. Great. Oh, why is this happening all of a sudden? We were having such a good show with no frame drops. What's up? Why are you being mean? Well, I'm gonna keep going. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, almost all this live stream, we lost a huge chunk of it. Anyway, I pretty much decided I want to change this. We are hitting frame drop central. Why are we all of a sudden going choppy? Yeah, what is it? My bandwidth is fluctuating like crazy. Very odd. Well, I'll admit one thing. I mean, this episode became kind of a wash, and with this sudden issue with the bandwidth, I might have to call it a night tonight, guys. This is not good. I'm trying to change some stuff down. Holy cow, yeah, we're hitting some serious weird bandwidth issues things. It's like it goes up and then drops drastically down. I don't know if Comcast is doing something again. Surprised the software hasn't started complaining yet. That's the weird thing. I wonder if I should start like recording these episodes and then re-upload if I have to. Anyway, so to recap what we were working on today, we actually did get around to kind of redesign this guy a little bit. Ooh. Oh. That's an interesting animation that I kind of like. Have to figure out how to work with that, but I like it. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, so this is what happens when we have a dead night, and I'm pretty sure I can blame PAX for most of that. But yeah, so we were going through fixing the animations on this little guy here, trying to figure out how to get him to look right. Now I'm just turning on so many different things, it's starting to go crazy. Decided to get rid of any type of claw mechanic off of him. Deselect. So he's flying. So where is that one? Yeah. So I don't know how I'm gonna salvage this episode, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, it kind of sucks. No one was watching tonight. Or if you guys were trying to talk to me, the chats just weren't working. Yeah, so let me go in and fix this episode. I think I could probably get some of the video footage of me working on this back end. But yeah, kind of stinks that totally botched it. Now we're having issues with frame. Well, it looks like things have kind of gone back to normal. I don't know what's going on with all this tonight. The second time, a couple weeks ago, we had the issue with bandwidth too. Anyway, I think we got this thing looking. The idea with these guys in general is they drop and attack. So maybe if I do, I don't want to kind of goes like that. I guess that could be the attack animation. Actually, hell, that could be the attack animation. All of a sudden, yeah, the propellers go down and it shoots down and hits. Well, I think by accident we fixed this episode. You guys also missed out on us working on this guy here. Building on another creature. So, yeah, I'll probably find some. I'll just go back through and kind of redo the video and just re-upload it. I don't know. I've been talking about like chopping off chunks of it and just kind of uploading stuff as I go, and I might start doing that. Not have all the stuff. Maybe like do like a quick like rundown of what. Oh, this is what I was working on this episode, and da da da. But I don't know. Man, that sucks. Oh yeah, man. This is what happens. Like things break in the episode, and if I'm not paying attention, it stays broken for the whole entire damn thing. And that's what happened. I was not paying attention to the feed because I have it on the wrong screen. I think I need to move the controls into my center screen. That way I can definitely make sure things are working at all points. Because, man, that's a bummer that we lost all that. What a way to kick off March. Okay, so I'm going to call it early night tonight, guys. I'm going to try to reconfigure some stuff with my system tonight and get this back up and running properly. So next week, things will look good and should work well and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm gonna maybe do like a recap episode for this one and re-upload that. I don't know, or just keep this up. I mean, it's good to kind of have the archives. I mean, when we have a dead night, you have a dead night, and tonight's a dead night, and you know it happens. I know PAX is going on, which is huge. I'm kind of like, yeah, most people at this point are either on their way home or, yeah, actually, tonight was probably a bad night to do a show because it was the end of PAX, so anyone who was still at PAX didn't show up. I know we've been talking about moving it off of Sunday nights again, moving it into the weekday or something. We haven't decided. It's just weekdays kind of are a little bit more up in the air. Maybe do a Friday night. I don't know. So it's hard trying to juggle family and streaming, especially when you want to stay on a consistent schedule and be able to have the show going on at the same time every week. It's hard. So but yeah. Anyway, well, guys, I'm going to call it early night. I will see you guys all next week here at Medaverse Live. As always, follow all the social media stuff. I'm going to start trying to regularly post stuff on Twitter every Friday on just kind of random things about old projects. Me tossing stuff on a new project, I don't know. But just kind of like throw some things out there that people might not know about Medaverse Studios. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all next week. Take care.